Everyone hoped the theory was wrong. Jacob immediately called Donald and asked him to provide a DNA sample for testing, but Donald denied everything and refused, saying Jacob was only making wild guesses. With that lead going nowhere, Jacob reached out to Donald's children instead. None of Donald's 4 sons had ever donated sperm, making the truth even harder to ignore. Then, someone decided to help. Donald's son, Doug, agreed to meet with Jacob. He said he had already spoken with his father. Donald admitted that he had used his own sperm instead of donor sperm, but claimed he only did it because he couldn't find suitable donors. According to him, it happened fewer than 10 times. Was Donald telling the truth? It didn't take long to find out. Soon, a 14th half-sibling named Julie was identified. Her case was even more heartbreaking than the others. Julie's father was able to have children. The couple only needed IVF to get pregnant, but Donald secretly threw away her father's sperm and replaced it with his own. Decades later, when the truth came out, the entire family was devastated. It wasn't just about the disease, it was about identity. It takes away who you are. Julie no longer knew how she fit into her own family. Her father was heartbroken because he felt his chance to have a biological child had been stolen. He knew Julie had done nothing wrong, but she carried Donald's DNA instead of his own. My husband started crying. He said everything had been taken away from him. By then, Donald could no longer hide. After growing public pressure, he finally agreed to meet with several of the families, but when he arrived, he was carrying a handgun on his belt. He walked around the table, asking everyone their age and occupation, almost as if he were judging them. No one could understand what was going through his mind. Jacob looked at the man who turned out to be his biological father and asked why he had done something like this. Donald calmly pulled out a Bible and claimed that the mothers desperately wanted children and that he believed he was helping them. He continued insisting that he had used his own sperm no more than 15 times, but that claim quickly fell apart. Soon, they identified the 17th child, a man named Matt. Speaking on behalf of his mother, Matt shared what she remembered. Every time she went in for treatment, Donald was the only person in the office. At the time, she thought it felt unusual, but she trusted him because he was her doctor. I'm undressing and putting my feet in the stirrups. He was the only one there. Years later, she realized she had been sexually assaulted without knowing it at the time. After hearing Matt's story, Jacob felt the same pain. He became convinced that there had to be many more children who still hadn't been found.